I thought this was going to be my favorite segment today. I was hoping I was going to come here today with these amazing grades from an improvement after week one in the trench report. But the trench report is a little sad this week, CB. And it starts on the right side with Troy Fautano, who graded out at a 79%. This was his worst showing today. He just wasn't great in pass protection, too much pressure. Now, don't get me wrong. Seattle's a good defense. That's a really good defense. And 99, Leonard Williams, he was the best player on the field quite often. And they had Jaron Reed, too, at 91. And so the O-line had their work cut out for them, but they needed to step up a little bit better. Too much pressure from Troy. I think he gave up 3 pressures total. So 79 for Troy. Mason McCormick, number 66, trying to step into those Alan Faneca shoes, also did not have his best game. I was a little disappointed in him. He did not get as much push in the run game, and that's where it starts. If we're going to have any success in the run game, it's going to come in an interior between him, Zach, and Isaac. And we just aren't getting the push. We're not getting to the second level consistently enough, and we're not handling the D lineman. Too many times the double team was split on some power and some zone plays, and that just can't happen. He's a young guy. He'll get better, but 78 for him. Zach, grade out the best, but still not his level or like what he's shown he's capable of. 88% for Zach. A couple of times there, he looked like a boy amongst men. Leonard Williams made him look small out there, and he tossed him around a couple of times. It was a little disappointing to see. He was solid. No bad snaps again. No pre-snap penalties. Always good base to build off of that. But he has to get back in the lab this week. At left guard, Isaac. There's something there. You want more from him. He's a vet. He's a Super Bowl champ. He's played on some really good O-line. We need him to step up because I think his performance and his leadership is going to directly affect how Broderick plays on the left side. So a little disappointing for Isaac. He did not play his best game. As we go through these grades, CB, for future reference, what I consider a solid game is 85 or above. If you have anything under an 85, that means you have some series of work to do that week. And so nobody except for Zach grade out over 85. And so on the left side, we got Broderick Jones, better than last week, but that's not saying much. He still catches too much. He was a little bit more assertive this week, which I like to see. So you want to see that arrow pointing up. So that was positive to see. But those hands, he's just not throwing his hands, and I don't get it. It's obvious on film. I'm sure Coach Meyer has talked to him about it, but he has to learn to get in the lab and throw those hands. Simply put, if he does that, he'll have a better grade next week, I'm sure.
And one of the things that I see, you talk about the run game. I don't see these guys with their hands in the dirt consistently enough for me. I think that's an issue that you in the run game for me as I'm watching it. Also, passing game, again, a lot of it, again, you have to practice together to make sure you have that nonverbal communication of knowing what the next person is going to do, feeling when that guy is going to come off, that allows you to now pick up that guy and move on to the next one. You actually tweeted out a play on the levels of pass protection where they missed the game. Explain what you were talking about in that tweet.
So, yeah, me and us as O-linemen always know or having an inkling, and this is what I was talking about with Red earlier today, football smarts. And from watching film, if you watch film, you know Seattle is going to throw a whole bunch of games at you. And what I mean by games, I mean D-tackle stunts, D-end inside, D-tackle outside. Leonard Williams lining up at end. And so there was a particular play where it was an obvious twist look. You had a 3 technique over the guard, you had a 5 technique over the tackle, and then you had a 7 technique outside the tackle. Classic look for a game. That's exactly what they did. But because there wasn't communication, and I don't know if they took a pre-snap read or not, they were all on different levels. Aaron Rodgers gets hit, bad pass, and that's just a microcosm of where they are right now as a group. They're young, inexperienced, and they don't look like they're on the same page. But hopefully with more reps, they will get there, and they definitely have an opportunity against another good defense. And we'll get to that preview here at the end of this break against the New England Patriots.